coming in from the state of Haryana. The DSP of Mewat, Surendra Singh Bishnoi, was killed in the line of duty while he was probing an illegal mining case. Now, he was moved down by a truck driver during inspection. It is alleged that the sand mafias in the region murdered him for cracking down on illegal mining that is highly active in the area. Now, during the crackdown, the DSP had asked the truck driver for his license, following which he was run over by the truck.
What we have learned from the preliminary investigation, that is also very clear. It seems that the DSP, when he has got that information, he has gone there. He wanted to stop the trucks, and immediately we have seen that some of the truck drivers, when they saw the team of the police officer that started approaching that illegal site of mining, they started escaping from there. And when the DSP he had given a flag to stop the vehicle, instead of stopping the vehicle, they had just crushed him and taken the truck from there. So what we have learned, the Home Minister has already given assurance that justice will be prevailed in this case. But as of now, it has become one of the major political issue in the state. One side, we have seen that the opposition party, they are continuously attacking the state government, saying that it is learned from the preliminary investigation that there were a lot of complaints which had been lodged by a lot of people against this illegal mining mafia. Why the action was not taken? Had the government taken action beforehand, the life of this DSP could have been saved.
Now, the Haryana government has assured a thorough probe in this matter. Now, it says that Singh will be conferred with the status of a martyr and compensation of 1 crore rupees will be given to the family. Now, meanwhile, the Congress has accused the BJP government in Haryana and its officials of being in cahoots with the mining mafias in the state. All right, I'm being joined by Vikram Singh, former UP DGP. Sir, thank you so much for speaking to us here on Mirror Now. You know, it's astounding the fact that how the sand mafia has become so emboldened that they actually, you know, brazenly went out and killed such a high-ranking officer. Your reaction to that?
I'm as shocked as you are. This is just not expected. And to kill a deputy SP and a senior deputy SP, that of course calls for certain explanation by the government and the police department. You see, a mafia is a mafia because it is fed and somebody breathes oxygen into them, whether it's the corruption in the system or whether it's the political bosses or both. I would strongly believe that there is some complicity internally, and that is why what has happened has happened. There are partners in crime, and those who are the partners in crime need to be accountable more than those who were the assailants.
Right. So, taking ahead, you know, what you're saying, we've recently reported that there are some MLAs are receiving life threats, you know, and now we see that a high-ranking official has been killed in broad daylight. Do you think there are concerns over the law and order, the situation of the law and order in the state?
36 years, who will threaten whom should be known very, very clearly. It is the prerogative of the police to threaten the underworld and not vice versa. And if it is vice versa, there's something horribly wrong and there are fault lines in the system. He has the capacity to threaten or MLA. Should be consequences. The administration should come down like a ton of bricks, and nobody should be a position even to say Jack Robinson. Such should be the action. What is known as whip in the police language.
So, and you know, there's one more thing that the opposition, you know, has been saying, that organized crime has now entered the state of, you know, Haryana, and police, in fact, is failing to keep the citizens safe. Do you think that this is, you know, you've been the former DGP, do you think this is a claim which is out of proportion here?
No, it is not. There is merit in what the allegations are, and organized crime has not entered Haryana recently. It has been there for some time, and know where this incident has happened is known for the wrong kind of reasons and a very notorious place. Even the police would think twice before going in this area for it, etc. That is the kind of horrible reputation that this area has. Now, I would say that they have to put their act together, get all the wanted and the active criminals, put them behind bars, and those who threaten officers and the MLAs should be given such exemplary punishment under the National Security Act, the UAPA, so that they don't look towards the next as long as they are alive.
So one last question before you go. You know, this is a classic example of how when the police officers try to do their jobs, you know, they try to get rid of the evil in the society. This is how they're targeted. And at the same time, if they don't, then they face, you know, the public ire. But unfortunately, it's the family of the, you know, the police officer at the end who is going to suffer. Do you think that we need to step up our, you know, the governments need to step up with the way they're protecting their own officials?
Absolutely. You have put the right question, and I do hope that the government is listening to what you were saying just now. Yes, 1 crore is not sufficient money to keep the home fires burning. The children have to be employed, the daughters have to be got married, and this man was about to retire in 3 months. I do hope the government is listening. They need to look after the family responsibilities and give employment to at least one of the children. And indeed, yes, if somebody dies in the call of duty, I would not like what happened to Vikas Dubey should happen to the perpetrators here. We would like to have a rule of law.